Yo guys, what is happening? Welcome back to Letsplay Games, and welcome to another episode of the City Let's Play. So today, guys, we are back here in the city, of course, and today we're actually looking at something pretty cool. Let me just lower down my my render distance. Oh, it's only at 10. What is going on then? Where is all this lag coming from? Yeah, we're back here on the city, and we're actually gonna be exploring something very, very cool today. I figured that I mean, the last couple episodes we spent some time obviously looking at some roads. I don't remember what we did before that, but I'm sure it was something interesting. And then I mean, we're focusing on more of the technical stuff of the city and the stuff that builds the city. And I was thinking, what more like builds a city than having some sort of in-game currency and something like that? I think it's just because the city's loaded in here, we're getting some lag. But yeah, what is better than just having a currency? I know there's a couple like tutorials on YouTube about it and stuff, but nothing I don't think that really covers if you want to have like a full city like this and like, you know, the best way to have a currency and make it do stuff. So today I'm going right down here. Right down here is actually the spawn like chunks, I guess, of the city. I guess I could have moved them also, but I left them here because why not? This kind of makes sense. It's right underneath the main city. This right here is all the commands that I use to run basically all my money systems. And today we're going to be building a brand new one with you guys, and you guys can actually see how to build like an in-game currency system completely using vanilla Minecraft. I think it's going to be really cool, and let's check it out. All right, so the first system over here that I just wanted to really quickly cover, because I'm going to cover a couple of these. This is going to be a, like, it's going to switch between multiple, oops, didn't mean to do that, multiple sidebar objectives, which we're going to get into in a second, but that's just a hopper clock, and we can actually activate this right now, so you guys can see on the side there's some money, and there's a couple tests. We're going to actually swap that, so we don't want this running. Anyway, this over here is a little bit more complicated. This is the stock market that I have running on the side there. As you guys can see, it's kind of like an active stock market. Kind of interesting, kind of cool how it works, but I'm not going to get into that today. And then over here, I've got something that I was also experimenting with, which I'm going to show you guys here in a second. Anyway, let's just jump right into the first command here that you're going to need to do when setting up a thing. So real quick, I'm going to do something that you guys totally don't have to follow. I'm just going to do this. And it should, oops, didn't mean to do that. There we go. Okay, it's going to get rid of everything. So let's say that we were just starting from scratch here. You're in your new world, in your city. You want to build a big city, but you want like some form of currency or something that people can, you know, live and buy stuff with and whatnot. Anyway, guys, let's just get right into actually building our own currency system. So let's start off by grabbing should we use a command block? No, we'll just set this up right here. We're going to go with scoreboard. Wow, it's hard for me to type all of a sudden. Okay, and then we're going to go objectives. So just follow this one, guys. Scoreboard objectives. Add, and then we're gonna go with a name. Okay, I went with Euro, and then we're gonna go with dummy, and that's gonna set it as sort of like a as nothing really exists. Nothing has to trigger it. Nothing has to do anything to it at all. It's just a number. It just exists. So if we press enter on that, we have successfully added a new objective. Now the next thing that I want to do with this objective is I want to add again the scoreboard command objective, and then we're gonna go set display, which is this command right here, and we're going to set it to either our sidebar or our tab list or above our head. We can put below our name, so when we're walking around, other players can see the amount of money that we have below our actual player name. We can put it on the sidebar, it'll appear right here, and then everybody can actually see the amount of money that everybody else has, or we can put in the tab menu, so anybody that's online, you can of course see, you know, their money. So I mean, me personally, I think we're going to do sidebar for this one just because it's the easiest one to see. And we're going to obviously put one of these three. Mine is going to be Euro. That's the one that we just created. So we're going to use Euro, and bang, you'll see that nothing else also happened. Now that we've got those two all set up, we need to go over sort of like the payment systems, how you can pay yourself, how you can pay other people. You had to almost be an admin for this. So there are certain ways of making it, you know, so you can transfer money to people. And we'll go over that here in a little bit, hopefully. But if we just get into like a basic command, we're going to go scoreboard. It's always going to start with scoreboard. This time it's going to be players because we want it to affect the players directly. And then we're going to go add because we're going to want to add some money. We're going to add my name and then Euro because that's the money that we want to add. And let's just say that we want to add 10 or 19, whoa, $10 like so. There we go. You'll see on the side that we have appeared with $10. Now, something really cool that I think about this is obviously you can add that to every single player and you can list them all here on the side. Another really cool thing is that you can actually create almost like fake accounts. Right, so if we go scoreboard players and then we go add, actually here, we'll do add at P just as an example, not at PX, that's a really bad example. Let's just say that we wanted to call our company Hello, okay? And then we want to give them $10. Oops, we had to give them Euro $10, just like so. We're gonna click enter and there we go. Hello now is $10. So if Hello was like a company in your world or something, or you want to keep track of some sort of amount of dollars that the city had or something, you could always add it there as its own separate sort of entity here. So that's all very cool and all, but like now you're thinking, how the heck can I use this so we can actually, you know, get it to, you know, pay us money and be able to buy things with it and blah, 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 whatnot. So the easiest way, and I played around with a bunch of these, there are obviously some pretty complex sign commands you can use, but I'm going to go with something just about as simple as this. We're going to go scoreboard, players, and then we're going to remove money at P or eBoys or at P. If you want to use your own player name in there, that's fine too. If you're just like a one guy playing, but we're gonna do at P, which is gonna trigger the closest player euro, and we're gonna remove it maybe 10 euros. Okay, and by doing that, we can actually trigger this command block, and then back here we can do give at P Minecraft bread, and bang, just like that, we've created a very simple kind of command system here where we can press the button. We've lost 10, and we didn't get any bread. Success. Okay. I know why. I messed up with my redstone again. If we just put a repeater going in there, bang, we just lost $10. We're actually negative 10, so that is the one flaw with the system, is that you can go into the negatives. There are ways of getting around it, which I played around with on another map, and maybe if I made a more complex tutorial on this, I could sort of show you how that would work. But if you're on a relatively small server with some trusted players, I'm sure that you can kind of work that out with them and explain. There are a couple ways of fixing it, but I don't think that I want to get into that today because it is a little more complicated. Okay, there we go. I've just added myself 140 euros here, and let's see if we just keep triggering this. You guys can see I'm buying one piece of bread for each 10 euros. Now, when it comes to selling things, guys, it gets a little bit more on the complicated side. Not too much more, but just a little bit more on the complicated side. I believe it goes something like this, and I'm going to have to play around with this for a couple seconds, but let me just check it out. All right, guys, so basically I've set up this little system here, which I believe is what has to happen. In this one, I'm going to clear the closest player of Minecraft bread, because it's going to be like to sell bread. Whoops, I keep pressing the wrong key here. And then on this one, it adds euros of 10. So if we just test this out here, we got a little bit of comparator to make sure that we actually did submit the money. I believe you have to send it through first here. Yes, perfect. Now I believe we're all set up. If we do this, should work. Okay, my bad here, guys. It actually has to look like this. And basically what it's going to do is it's going to clear, again, the player's bread, and it has to have like a 0, 1 or something at the end, or the actual quantity that you want cleared. In this case, we're just going to use 1 right now. And then over here, we are just going to trigger a command that's going to basically add the player a scoreboard of maybe 10 or whatever you want to give them for the piece of bread. And then you want to add the euro, of course. And of course, I've forgotten the name again. Add at P. Oh, whoa. There we go. Add at P, and then of course euro, and then 10. I know it's been a little while since I've done some of this stuff, so I'm sorry that I'm sort of messing up a little bit here. But there we go. That's basically our simple sell command. So let's say that we go over here. Let's get rid of everything out of our inventory here. And if we buy a piece of bread just like so, we've lost $10. Now we want to go over here. We want to sell our piece of bread. You guys will see it takes a little second there, but we have made our $10 back just like so. And that's just basically a very simple buy and sell system. Obviously, they have a couple flaws with both of them, but they do work relatively well. Again, if you're just on a small server, if you can trust people not to go under the $10 or not to go, below their money. And then if you can also, I don't know, count on people just to, actually this one works pretty well. So actually, there is one issue with it. If you want to sell 2 and you only have 1, I believe there is a slight issue with it. Obviously, you guys might have to play around with it a little bit. In fact, yeah, I need to test this with just 1. Yeah, we'll still take that 1 because it will detect it. Maybe not. Yeah, no, I think it still did. Yeah, so that is a slight issue. But otherwise, they do work relatively well. Obviously, there are some science commands and stuff that I don't even know how they work, so I'm not going to get into them. But those are just some basic ones that I came up with. Next up over here, guys, I actually came up with something really, really cool, which is for if you had a shop and you want a sell chest to work and just directly deposit money into your account, which I think is a really cool concept. Let's say that you had like some sort of farm going on or something. I'm just going to show you guys how to build this. This is really dope. So if we get another chest over here, just like so, I want to use, preferably a trap chest. It doesn't really matter, I don't think, but let's use a trap chest in this case. We're going to put our comparator heading right out of the trap chest, which is going to take a signal if something is ever inputted into it. And then again, we're just going to use a basic command block system here with 2 commands. And we need a repeater, just like so. And now let me show you guys what we're going to do here. So this chest over here, this actually plays a relatively large role in it because it's necessary to be replacing this chest, so then this one becomes empty. So in our first chest here, we're going to actually clone, or in our first command block, we're going to actually clone this chest, and you can place this chest wherever you want. It's got to be relatively close to this chest, but you guys know you can place it pretty much anywhere. And then you want to clone that chest into this chest with this first command. So we can do this by basically just getting the clone command for this chest. So if we clone that side, we want to clone the other side here, just like so. We've got that command in, and now we want to paste it right here at the top of this chest, just like so. There we go. We've pasted the chest right in there. And now when we copy this command, because it's right here, we just want to take that command, copy it, and then we're going to put it right into our command block here, just like so. And that's going to be our first command. The second command obviously is going to add the actual player the money. So let's say we want the scoreboard player, and we want to use an actual name here. So let's say we want the Hello. Hello was the company. Oh, that's not actually how we wanted to spell that. Whoa. Yeah, so Hello was our company, and they got $5 for every, I don't know, iron ingot that went in there or whatnot. You could obviously use this for anything. And we go and grab an iron ingot from wherever those are. Aha, right there. Okay, so let's say that we add 64 iron ingots in, or let's just do a quick test with just 2. So you guys can see that 2 of them went there and nothing happened. Of course, something happened because we weren't actually giving it any sort of money. So we got to give it euros 5, and that should do the trick now. So let's grab ourselves some more iron from wherever. Again, I found that. And if we put 2 pieces of iron, oh, we already had some in here. We put 2 in, you guys can see that they have made themselves $20 because it was $5 a piece. That's 10 each. If we can also do some larger quantities. Let's say that we put 30 iron in here. Again, I'm not going to do the math on it, but I'm going to just assume that it's going all well here. I believe it is. Yeah, so you guys can see I can't even access this chest really. That's the only sort of flaw to it because this chest is just being cloned over here so many times. So yeah, pretty neat. It's still kind of going in here. Yeah, and it seems to be done. So there we go. Hello Head now has more money. By the way, this actually tracks players based on the amount of money that they have, and it will put them at the top if they have more money, or if they have, you know, less money, they'll go down to the bottom, which is kind of cool. Also, you guys can see this is an example of the tab one. This is a different currency system that I have set up. You can have multiple of these, which is really cool as well. This is a negative 18 million, so that's not really my proudest moment right there, but it does have some money in it, as you can see. So I'm probably one of the lower people on the list. But this is a very cool system. Let's say that you have, you know, any sort of farm or something, and you just want the actual food to be automatically sold or whatnot, and you can just put it through the system and it works really well. Now something like this would probably take a full tutorial to get into, so I'm not going to worry about it today. I mean, obviously we've looked at some pretty cool stuff. We figured out how to sort of set up a euro and stuff like that, which I think looks really cool, and I think it's a pretty useful thing to have in your world. Obviously you can use it for banks and stuff. Really cool stuff. Anyway, I think that is gonna have to do it for today. I know it's been slightly shorter video for us, but I just wanted to get this through. I hope that hopefully it benefited some of you guys, and that you guys really enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to go below, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye bye.